What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the second episode of Conversation. On today's episode, we have a very special guest, the Michael Red the second.
What's goody?
And today we're gonna be just talking about a whole bunch of stuff. Tell us about yourself. What are you interested in? What are some of your hobbies?
I'd say entrepreneurship. I'd also say aviation. I think aviation's been probably my biggest passion since I was like 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old. And I'd also have to say youth empowerment. And trying to help people. I guess I'm not to the level I want to be yet, but I want to help people get on the right trajectory. Think a little differently about life. So I'd say those things. I also enjoy music. Love listening to rap, Christian rap.
I also noticed that you're also into like graphics and things like that.
Yeah.
So how's that going? How's
graphic
that for
design.
you?
Yeah. So I have a business in graphic design. I kind of do it on the side, but I'm trying to make it a full-time job because my parents would pressure me to get a job, especially since I'm not playing basketball. And that's kind of been an adjustment in itself. Not playing basketball for the first time, but we'll get in more into that. But I kind of just I'm like on the low key. I do a couple things here and there, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. So for me, I had started playing basketball my freshman year. And before I even got into high school, I was like, I'm gonna play basketball all throughout high school because that was the goal. But I didn't play my sophomore year because that's when I was like, I don't really know if this is for me. I think I want to start a business, which I did. And it ended up being called Swimmer by K Cherie. But right now, I'm kind of rebranding it so that it's just K Cherie because I kind of want to get on the more simplistic side of like the logo and just the name and branding and all that good stuff. But
I can help you on that.
Yeah, I appreciate that because I'm gonna need it. But yeah, so I ended up not playing my sophomore year, and then junior year came, and everybody was like, "Oh, you had so much potential freshman year. Like, why'd you stop?" Things like that. And I was just like, I don't know, it wasn't for me because I just feel like I wasn't putting enough time into it to reach my full potential. And so I ended up just playing junior year, and I was like, all right, whatever. But then I'm now a senior, and kind of at that stage where it's like, do I want to play? Do I not want to play? But I'm really am focusing on my business because right now I'm into like lashes, and I'm thinking about just making like all the essentials you need to take care of them and things like that.
So that's what it is, just essentials and stuff like makeup.
Yeah, and that's kind of just like where I'm at. What does your basketball journey look like for you? Because I know you mentioned that your parents wanted you to get a job now that you're not playing basketball.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's kind of the case for me, especially sophomore year not playing.
Yeah.
But kind of talk to us about that.
Oh man. All right. So my basketball journey is a little rough, honestly. It's not like, a straight line. As I think everybody's basketball journey is like that. Everybody's different. But I started playing when I was 2, 3. I've always had an interest in it. And I never knew why. And I still can't figure out why I wanted to play. And that kind of is what bothered me. I played all throughout my, middle school. And I didn't play 8th grade because of COVID. And I kind of enjoyed not playing. So I kind of just like, I guess, took another break my freshman year so I could figure out what I wanted to do. Because I didn't know. I was unsure. I went to a school in Upper Arlington, a private school. And it was almost like, like a typical, I guess, white private school, predominantly white private school. It was racist. Very, I wouldn't say strenuous because the work was, it was okay for middle school. But I went there my fifth and 6th grade year, but half my 6th grade. Yeah, but like, I feel like, once I figured out what I wanted to do, which was entrepreneurship my freshman year, and aviation, I've always had a passion for aviation, but really kicked off freshman year. Sort of went back sophomore year because I was like, why not? I thought, I was going to the games freshman year, and I was like, dang, I really think I should be out there. And I think, right,
that was me.
Yeah,
that was
exactly. Yeah,
me.
I'm like, dang, like, and then you got people talking about, hey, Mike, why you not out there, man?
Exactly.
They need you out there. You're like, shoot, I don't know, man. And so I just tried it out my sophomore year. It was great, it was rough at the same time. It was ups and downs like everything is.
Yeah.
I swung because I hadn't played in 2 years, and Yeah, but it was sort of rough because we didn't have the best coaching.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the best guidance wasn't there. So
I feel like everybody's been there though, done that, because
yeah,
that's a whole different story.
Coaches, but our coach though, he went from 7th grade coaching to high school. Like he'd never coached a high school game. He had no experience. Mm-hmm. So it's like you're putting a coach in that position ultimately to fail. Right. But the thing about it is he didn't fail because we won so many games, but his coaching style was so bad that I guess the next year, it fed into next year because everybody was like hogging the ball, not sharing it, right? And then, but they were winning last year. So it's like, shoot, I guess we win by this. So whatever. But we got eliminated last year by Harvest Prep. So yeah. And then this year decided to not play anymore after summer basketball with my school in AAU. Sort of just decided like, man, like I took a break my freshman year, you know, to see what I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Now I know what I want to do, and it's not basketball. Right. Basketball's 5th on my list, probably in priorities, honestly. And I was like, man, there's no reason to be playing.
So what's the list look like then?
I'd say aviation number 1.
Okay.
It's always been a passion of mine. It's been the longest standing. Mm-hmm. And that feeds into, I've always been interested in weather, the earth, all that stuff, atmosphere, space. So aviation, aeronautics, and all that stuff feeds into all those other things. Number 2, entrepreneurship. Okay. Number 3 and 4 are kind of like, I don't know. It's like, I would say graphic design. That feeds into entrepreneurship, but graphic design. Number 4, I'd have to say, because I have so many things that I like.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Man. It's like when you're good at so many things, you can't really choose.
Well, I mean, I would say game development. Development number 4, and number 5 basketball. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, but it's been a rough journey, but you know, I'm finally finding my peace, and I'll talk more about that later. But I want to hear about you, man. Like, what's your journey look like, and what have you like? How has that looked for you?
So, I feel like I thought I've had a lot of passions. Like as a young girl, I guess you could say, or just in middle school, I have always wanted to become a dentist, which I guess is kind of like weird because white teeth. Right. But it's funny because I actually like had a business making and selling slime because I was popular at the time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We had an exhibition at my school and everybody had to make something, and that's just what I made and what I sold. So my mom had came to me and she actually proposed the idea of dentistry and was like, well, you know, dentists use, you know, molds and things like that. And so I was like, all right, well, I want to become a dentist, like whatever. Yeah. And then she said they make a lot of money. So I was like, that's like a win-win situation. Yeah. So I said, all right, you know, I'll just pursue that career. But then my dad is an entrepreneur. And so he kind of has his own thing with the underdog mentality and things like that. And so I was like, well, I kind of want to do my own thing too. Yeah. And so I actually right now want to have my own practice, go to a HBCU for college and then study dentistry. And have my own practice called Cherie Smiles or something like that, Cherie along those lines.
I like that, yeah.
But because Cherie's my middle name. Yeah, so that's kind of what I want to do with that. But yeah, I thought basketball was for me. Then I was like, I'm not feeling it for real.
Yeah. And it's becoming more common too. Like I see a lot of people saying that, like, you know, it's not what I'm into. A lot of people in my school right now, you know, hey Mike, what you think about this? Like, I don't want to play this year. That's just what I've heard. So it's a lot more.
And that's okay now too, because I know everybody that's like basketball, sports, football, whatever. That's, I don't want to say generic, but everyone wants to do that. Everyone wants to go to the league or play basketball in college. Like that's not what I guess we care to do for real. Everybody. So, I mean, that's totally fine to go the separate route and do your own thing, start your own business, whatever, because that's different. And I love that, like for us, or just for those watching, wanting to become an entrepreneur but don't know where to start. Yeah. Honestly, like that is one of the best decisions I feel like I've made.
Yeah, just like being honest with yourself. You know, if you can't give the game everything you have, whether it's lacrosse, tennis, basketball, football, it's really, you really shouldn't play. And that's what I told everybody that I've talked to about, you know, if they want to play basketball or not, is like, can you give the game everything you have? And if you can't, there's no reason why you should be out there right now.
Right.
You know?
And it's funny because my junior year, this past year, I had started running track. And my mom wanted to put me in track since I was little, like my brother's age.
Yeah.
But I never was like, I don't want to run track. I don't like running, things like that.
Yeah.
But I tried it because I said, you know, why not just try something different? And most of my friends were doing it, so I said, cool. I ended up doing it. When I tell you I love track now, it's so crazy because I've never loved basketball how I love track.
Oh, yeah.
And it's weird because I just feel like I should have started, you know, at least freshman year just to have that experience all 4 years. But I mean,
that's great though.
Yeah, I love it.
I wanted to try track. I don't know.
You wouldn't try it?
Yeah, I don't know. I got long legs, but
you never know. You'd probably be good at it.
I'm not a sports guy, man. I don't know. Football, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But I mean, like you never know if you don't try or take that risk or
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
things like that. But yeah. So when it comes to success, you know, how would you define that?
Man, I'd have to say leaving a legacy, strong legacy. You know, where you're remembered and loved. And you don't have to do extraordinary things. Like you don't have to change the world, or you don't have to, but making at least one person's life better while you're here.
Okay, I can respect that.
You know, it doesn't matter if it's doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank, but it's you giving everything you have, no excuses. You know, and if you have, make sure you remedy those by putting in more work. But yeah, leaving a legacy. That's probably the most important thing for me, and honoring God and my legacy. So what about you though?
I feel like success looks like many different things, but to me, I would say it's setting a goal for yourself and actually obtaining that goal plus more. Because it's one thing to say, you're gonna do this or you're gonna do that, but to not do it to the best of your potential, or like to the like max there is of that, then it's like, what's the point almost? So that's how I would define success for you. I had seen that you want to become a pilot, and so how is traveling? Like, do you and your family travel a lot?
Travel a bunch, man, especially my dad. But yeah, so that's kind of where my aviation interest came from, just traveling. Know, not that I remember those experiences, but being free, kind of just sticks with you,
right?
Whether you remember or not. So, yeah, we travel a bunch though, especially this past year with AAU.
Do you have a favorite spot or like family vacation?
Naples, Florida.
Okay.
I recommend everybody, who's able to go. Naples, Florida is it's legendary, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. I mean, Florida, whatever.
Have you been to Destin?
I have, but it's been a minute.
Destin is nice.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Destin's really nice.
Yeah, the Panhandle's great. I love anything about Florida. I can tell you everything about Florida. Like any city. Like I don't know why it's Florida, but I've always been attracted to Florida. I don't know.
Yeah. I think my favorite, I've been to Belize for Thanksgiving once.
Belize?
And that was nice. It was really nice. My friend we had an excursion, and they were like, oh, we're gonna go swim with the sharks. But I didn't think they were for real. So we get on this boat, and my friend jumps in, and they throw this kind of food, but they were nurse sharks. So they throw some kind of food in the water, and they all just start coming. And everybody's like, Kennedy, you should go get in with the sharks and stuff like that. I'm like, I am not doing that.
Nah.
So yeah, it was crazy. I was so adamant about not doing it, and then I was just like, all right, you only live once type.
Hey,
so
yeah, I mean,
I had got in, and
I don't know if I'll do that though, but
yeah, that was
seen too many movies.
One of the craziest things.
It was good though.
Yeah, it was really fun. The water in Belize is really clear. It's super clear. That's one of the best vacations I've ever been on.
Isn't Belize in it's near it's the Yucatan Peninsula, I think, Mexico.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. And they actually don't speak, their native language isn't Spanish there, which I was surprised because
it's its own independent country, I think, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the craziest place you've been?
Yeah.
Belize.
I think so.
I like that. Yeah, you're way ahead of me. I've never been to Belize. Shoot.
Yeah, you gotta go though. It's nice there.
Yeah,
real nice.
One day, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which place would you say has the best food, like international wise?
Oof, that's a tough one.
Because I know for me, I'll just say my favorite is I've been to Jamaica, and their beef patties
Oh yeah,
are
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
the best, top tier.
I'd have to say, this place in Italy. It had I think it was fried veal.
Really? What is that?
It's like a baby cow.
And it was good?
Man, that thing was delicious.
That sounds disgusting.
Nah, I'm telling you right now, you ever go to Italy, there's this place, I forget what it's called, but the dude who served this looked like Johnny Depp.
Really?
Yes, but it was amazing. So
yeah,
I don't remember the plot. I don't remember the spot, but shout out to that restaurant because I remember you.
I was not expecting baby cow, but
hey, but you know what though? I'm a seafood guy.
Okay, I am too.
I'm a seafood guy. You know, I love crab, lobster, shellfish, like anything, right? Like I just love seafood.
I am too. I think seafood is one of my favorite foods.
That is my favorite.
Besides soul food though, like any like macaroni and cheese, greens.
Seafood.
You don't care for soul food?
No, I love soul food.
Oh, okay.
Like that's my second. That's my. Don't get me wrong. Now,
yeah.
You know, but you have to love soul food. But like, come on, seafood though. Especially if you get at the right spot, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Because I've had some spots and it was not good. Like I've had the crab, but it was like it wasn't old. Like, you can tell when you have fresh crab or fresh seafood over anything. But I don't know. I've been to a couple of spots where it's just like the food wasn't good, the flavor wasn't there. But yeah, I'm a big seafood person for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, shoot. Hey man, anybody that's like scared to try seafood, let me tell you something. Once you try it, you're never going back.
You're never going back. And then you're gonna want it on like random occasions.
Yes, man. There's this one place
that bills start adding up. Seafood is expensive.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you.
Especially if you like king crab.
Let me tell you a story about that one. So we went to this place called Seasoning Crab. Shout out to Seasoning Crab.
That's here.
By the way. That is here. It's in Polaris. It's a great spot. Great, you know, it's authentic. You know, I wouldn't say. I mean, I don't know, but it comes in from California.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's just that the prices. You know, like your king crab is $69.
Yeah, it gets expensive.
$70, man, for a pound of king crab.
For one person,
that's like 2 legs.
Yeah,
that's 2 legs. But yeah, and then there's snow crab. They have everything. Dungeness crab, do not recommend. But you know, and then there's crawfish. I don't like crawfish.
I don't care. See, my thing with crawfish is like, you do all that work for that little piece of meat,
and it's disgusting.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I think it's disgusting. It's like brown.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, it's good, but
I tried it.
Yeah.
I'm not with it, but hey,
that's not my go-to.
To each their own. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah. Okay.
So just to kind of get off topic, just real quick, do you have what's your Starbucks order, or do you like Starbucks?
My Starbucks order. All right, so I might get ridiculed for this one. I get a vanilla bean.
Okay.
Without whipped cream.
But see, that's fair because I don't. You like whipped cream?
No.
I don't either.
I hate whipped cream.
So that's understandable.
But like, I feel like I get ridiculed for that because it's so basic. It's just a vanilla bean.
Yeah.
I get grande, and that's it. I just leave it at that.
Yeah.
You know, what you get though?
I get either a pink drink blended with cold foam on top, or I get a caramel frap. That's what I was gonna say. You never had their cold foam? You gotta try their cold foam. Oh my gosh! So it's not like it's like whipped cream, but it's not like whipped cream.
You said cold foam.
I think they just take like milk or sugar or cream or something, and they blend it, and then they put it on top. It is so good. It's like a form of whipped cream, but it's way better because I don't like whipped cream, but it's really good.
Remind me to try that. I might try it.
Yeah.
We'll see how it is.
It's really good.
So it's not too crazy. Like it's not caramel frap with
double pumps of I'm not that type of person.
Vanilla, cherry. I don't know, but yeah, it's like
it's generic. It's on the menu. I know some people who get there and they order a whole bunch of extra stuff.
But only the real OGs remember the unicorn frappuccino and the s'mores.
I've never tried the unicorn one.
Me neither. But the s'mores was beautiful.
The s'mores is good.
You try that?
Yeah. So who would you consider your role model or somebody you look up to?
Ooh, that's changed over the years. I don't know, man. I feel like it might be I mean, a lot of people's role models this, but I feel like Kobe, man, with his mentality.
I had a feeling you was gonna say Kobe.
Kobe, I mean, let me think. Grant Cardone.
Okay.
He's a businessman. I think those two, you know, just because I mean Kobe's mentality, we all know the Mamba mentality, like
right.
You know, do the best in everything you do, be the best in everything you do, right? You know, or try, you know, because that's all we can do is try. You know, and Grant Cardone, his intellect on business, you know, his mentality when it comes to negotiating and selling something, you know, and I can apply that to my life, you know, and how I like if I want to be, because I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, so like sell products and you know,
right.
But yeah, and he makes a bunch of money. He has his own jet. I want my own jet, you know. So yeah,
that's what's up. Like that's different. So on your own jet.
Oh no, I want to own my own fleet.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's crazy.
Yeah,
I believe you could do it though.
Oh no, man, you gotta dream big, and that's something I learned like recently. Like I was never. I promise you, I was so different. Like 2 years ago, like 3 years ago. I think after Kobe died, that's when I started like actually locking in. I don't know why. I just started watching a bunch of random motivational videos. I watch like 3 a day now.
Yeah.
3 a day, and for 3 years. That's where all this comes from. So it's like, you know, anything I do, always want to be successful, and that's where that's where Grant Cardone comes in. That's where Kobe comes in. You know.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to be, you know, listening to no bums, right? So that's where I tune out when I hear, oh well, like you know, there's clowns out there that be making podcasts and be doing random stuff. You know, it's like, shut up, man. But yeah, like.
Have you met Kobe?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I must have been a baby, but yeah, I never was fortunate enough to meet him. But dang, man, I wish I could have.
Yeah.
Wish I could have. But
Kobe, he's actually like he's a really nice person. I mean, I can only say that because I met him once.
You met him? Okay.
At a basketball game.
That's what's up.
Yeah. It was actually the women's Final Four when they came
Columbus,
here.
Yeah.
They came here and he brought his whole family out. And I didn't even know he was there until my dad called me because he was watching the game on TV. And he was like, yo, Kobe there. I was like, ain't no way Kobe's here. And so it turns out he was there. And before they had put him on a Jumbotron or whatever on the screen, I had went to go speak to him and was like, yo, can I get a picture? Just because, I mean, it's Kobe. Why would you not want to get a picture with Kobe? But
you still got it?
No. So funny thing is, listen to this. So I go up to Kobe. I asked him for a picture. And he hit me with the, you know, I'll take a picture with you after the game. But he didn't already, they put him on the Jumbotron. People was going up to him and stuff. And he, like, I didn't get the picture.
Oh, I thought you deleted it or something.
No, I didn't get the picture.
I mean, but, you know,
right.
The same thing. You know.
So, I mean, I wasn't tripping though. Because, I mean, I could still say, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
but.
You said something to him, man.
Yeah. It was a real nice experience.
You met LeBron, though?
Yeah, he's actually super cool.
Yeah, tell that story. I want to know how you met LeBron because that's interesting.
So how was it? We actually went to Akron because Bronny was playing AAU, and they had like this tournament going on. I forgot the name of it, but they had some tournament going on, and my dad was supposed to speak to the whole team. So we ended up going down there for 3 days. I want to say the first day. We didn't meet them. We just went to go to the game, had a good time, whatever. The second day we went down there, I actually saw Bron, and I was like, yo, what's up? And he said, what's up back? But it was during the game, so we didn't have
what's up, Bron?
We didn't have a full conversation. So that was that. Now, it was the third day. We went to their AAU practice because that's where my dad was supposed to be taking to them at. And so we went, we didn't see LeBron, and I was like, bro, we're not going to meet him. Like, what are the odds of us meeting LeBron? So, welcome to the practice, and he's at the other end of the court training his team. Yeah. And so I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, LeBron James is right there. So, we are about to leave, actually. And we're waiting on my dad to get out the locker room. And so LeBron comes up to us and was like, hey, you know, how are y'all? I'm thinking, ain't no way he just asked us, you know, like came up to us, asked us, how are we? And
y'all starstruck,
yeah, like that junk was crazy. If anything, you know, I'll be the fangirl or whatever, come up to you asking for a picture. But yeah, he came up to us, asked us how we were, and then I was like, "I get a picture," and he said, "Yeah, after the practice." And he actually took a picture with me after the practice.
After the practice.
So yeah, it was cool. It was real nice. And then we met Bronny after his game. Yeah, came up to me, gave me a hug, stuff like that. And so yeah, it was real cool. And it's funny because I actually made lip gloss for Zuri prior to.
Yeah.
So she's the best. She's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I made lip gloss for her prior to all this. And when I saw her, it was like a full circle moment.
Yeah.
She was like, "Hey," and then Savannah was like, "Hey, I remember you. Like, thank you for the lip gloss." I was like, "This is crazy."
You sold it to the LeBron James family,
yeah, I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy." But and the fact that she remembered me, because it's been 2 years since then. I was like, "That's wow."
Yeah, made an impact. I love it.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
But that's what it's all about. Like, making an impact, not even selling a product, because the money will come and go. It's the impact that you want to strive for. So what's your take on relationships? Like, how would you view relationships when it comes to business wise, but also boyfriend girlfriend type?
I'm gonna start with the business.
Okay.
There's a certain level of professionalism you need to be it's a different monster. I've been fortunate enough to be around some of the most influential people in the world, including NetJet CEO, which NetJet is the leader in private aviation. And I don't really like to talk about myself like that, because
no, but right, I'm interested. But this is low key cool, like, to be flying planes.
Because I want to talk to the people, because there's people that don't know me, and I want people to know like what I've actually been, like how
Right.
NetJet CEO, I've met him. I've toured the NetJet facility 3 times. And been fortunate enough to be brought back again. And I'm gonna sit down with him in I think a week. So highest guy in private aviation right now, and then Cardinal Health, president of Cardinal Health, and then president of the Bucks, commissioner of the NBA. Like, there's so many people that I've been fortunate enough to meet,
right?
Based off of who my dad was and what he did,
because it's not what you know, but it's who you know.
Yeah. I mean, there's people that right now that live in an area that's pretty rough, and that might not be smarter than me. And they just will never be able to, or right now are not able to share that knowledge and talk to people of that caliber because of where they're at. And that sucks. So yeah, I've been fortunate enough to meet these people, and like I said, there's a certain level of professionalism that you need to have, and a certain level of like maturity, because not everybody can handle being at that level.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you have people come and go as friends.
Right.
You're gonna have people that are gonna be like Tyler Perry said, boosters for a rocket. And they're not equipped to handle the altitude that you're going at.
Right.
And so that's been a theme of my life, especially these past couple years. But relationships in the business world, though, like, that's kind of what this summer's been about for me. Networking,
that's what's up.
Starting flight school, you're gonna have a lot of connections with that. I started my internship at Lane Aviation. Okay. And then I met the sales manager there. I'm actually shadowing in the charter management sector.
That's dope.
And so I met him under the management of charter operations and flight operations. I met the president of Lane. That's taught me a lot. About how to conduct yourself. I mean, I've always been somewhat decent, at least.
Right.
But at the same time, it's just. There's certain things that you need to know about this space. Like, I knew a lot about aviation coming into internship, or shadowing. But I didn't know the inside details. I didn't know how these operations worked, and I wanted to know why.
Yeah.
I want to know why this plane parks at the FBO. How do these operations happen? And that's kind of what I've learned from this. Because
that's interesting information. Like, I'll be thinking that too. I love to fly. And
I can tell you all. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what these people do, and I have high respect for every single person that works the Lane, man. I love all of them. Especially the ground crew workers. They don't get appreciated enough. Going into an engine of a plane,
Right.
to fix a bird strike, or like to clean out a bird strike, right?
Yeah.
Those are the type of things that you don't see when you're on a plane.
Right.
You know, and therefore you don't know if they're going on or not. You know, it doesn't matter, right? Because I'm just trying to get to Denver.
Yeah.
But right. But like these guys, I mean, I was right. I've seen it firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
Engine's huge. You're going
and
right.
not a lot of people can experience that firsthand,
especially at a young age, man.
Right.
I mean, yeah. So I've been very fortunate enough to experience these experiences at such a young age,
Mm-hmm.
and that's sort of why I feel like my mentality is so much more different than everybody else.
For sure.
And that feeds into relationships with boys, like with girls, and obviously friends with my guy friends and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Like it's but yeah, business. Yeah, it's very important that you get, you know, build a network, especially when you're like in your 20s. But you know, I've already started, so it's like, you know,
imagine where you're gonna be 10 years from now.
I'm at a head start, so I'm a different breed when it comes to like how I kind of manage these things. Like I'm gonna start with friends.
Mm-hmm.
Friends is interesting because my circle is very, very tight. Like the people that I hang around with and the people I talk to, you know, like you, like Cruz, like these type of people,
Mm-hmm.
like they're at a different level of thinking,
right,
than everybody else. Like I don't hang out with, you know, most of the kids at my school right now. I mean, it's not like I know all of them,
mm-hmm.
you know, so I'm still gonna meet these people with 1,800 kids, I mean, opportunities.
Yeah.
But it's just a different level of thinking, right? And I can kind of quickly assess like how you think and what your mentality and what your approach is based on how you talk.
Okay.
Like based on like just our first interaction.
Yeah.
You know? And I have a story about that at Sheets. So,
mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then with girls, man, so I have zero experience in any relationship, any talking stage, any fling, anything.
Which I mean, it's totally normal because I've only been in one relationship, and so I get it. Trust me.
Yeah, and it's, you know, everybody wants to be in a relationship, honestly. I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves, everybody wants to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend and, you know, be loved.
Yeah.
Right? In a different way than just your family.
Yeah.
Or yourself. And with me, it's sort of hard to find, you know, people that, and there's been occurrences,
mm-hmm.
you know, where I found people, but it's just like I've never really been able to, I guess, connect in a different way. Like, because, for example, you know, there's people that out there that like I've tried to talk to,
mm-hmm.
and they are weirded out because you ask them what they want to do with their life.
Yeah, I feel you though. I feel that.
Like, huh?
Yeah.
Right? But
that don't even make sense.
Like, what? What am I supposed to ask you then?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I've never really been able to like be in a position where, you know, we go further than the talking stage. Probably been in like 2 in my life. 2. Maybe 1, honestly, really 1. But other than that, man, there's more I want to talk about, but I want to hear what you have to. I want to hear your story. A little bit, like how I might learn some stuff.
But see, like people like that who like had that type of response, I would react to it as like, okay, that's fine if you don't know what you want to do right now, but you can think about that outside of what me and you would have going on, because it's just when you think different from other people. Your vibe is different. Your aurora is different.
The way you look is different. It's just like you walk down the hallway and you're like, man.
Yeah, and it's like once you know who you are, what you're about, and what you're not about, certain people they gonna fall off. Like when it comes to friends or even boyfriends and girlfriends, that junk will not work, and it won't work because you think it's just like, oh, that's just like spontaneous, or no, like God purposely blocks that stuff because he know that's not what you're about. Like that's not you. And so like for me, I've only been in one relationship, and I mean it was cool at first, you know, when it's good, it's bad, it's bad.
What age were you?
I was a sophomore, so I was like 16. 16, yeah. Cause it was like the beginning of sophomore year, so I just turned 16. But yeah, you know, it was cool, and it's funny because I actually never really cared to be in a relationship before then. It kind of just happened, and not a lot of people. It doesn't happen like that for a lot of people because most people seek to be in a relationship, which is cool, but that wasn't me. Like I was fine being single. I was fine, you know, doing my own thing. Cause that's just always kind of what I've been on. But yeah, once it ended, I was kind of like, you know, okay, whatever. It's time to get back on my groove and get back to what, you know, I'm used to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of how that is for me. But when it comes to just platonic friendships, I mean, like I said, you know, once you know what you can tolerate and what you're not gonna tolerate, it's just kind of like those people who I guess don't match up with what you match up with, they gonna fall off like it's nothing. So
yeah, and it's just like you said, there's just a certain energy you have when you have a vision. It's like you can't even explain it, honestly. Like you walk different, you talk different, you think different. You know, your instincts are different. Like, you know, and then but like for people that don't have a vision, and you're friends with them or you're acquaintances with them, they're not gonna understand you.
They're not, yeah.
So
that's true.
So don't feel like, oh man, I'm about to lose my friend group because I'm not understood. Don't feel like you need to explain yourself, basically.
Right, or even change yourself for that person.
Like in my Instagram caption, in my Instagram bio, I say true to myself and only myself.
Yeah.
Right? I don't change for nobody. I don't act differently for nobody. It doesn't matter who it is. You know?
Right.
So being true to yourself, man, that's really people need to do that a lot more nowadays. I mean, it's you don't see it much. You know, people are always acting fake. They're always like switching up. You know, and that's not what I do. You know, I don't do that no more. Because I kind of just learned to be content with myself. You know, it doesn't matter if like, shoot, okay, you think I'm weird because I asked you what you want to do? All right, I'm gonna move on my way.
Right.
I'm talking to him. I'm talking to somebody. Like, yeah, I'm talking to people that are up in their companies, man. I'm not worried about you. You know
exactly. Yeah.
And for us, it's like sometimes you're at a certain level and you feel like you have to lower yourself.
Right.
And then it's not fun.
And once you feel like you gotta lower yourself, that's when you know, like, this person is not for me. Like, we're not meant to be friends. Yeah, because what you got going on don't match up what I got going on.
And that's happened to me very recently with some people. Some people that I've known for much longer than you know, I guess others. I mean, since I was 3, you know, there's some people I've known, and I had to cut them off because it's just like it's almost like you find enjoyment in my pain, and you're not there for my success.
And I mean, that happens to me all the time. Like, literally all throughout middle school, all throughout high school, because it's just, I mean, I want certain things in life. I want to be at a certain place in life. And so, like you said, I mean, once you know what path you're on and where you're trying to get to, like, I don't really care to be in the whole popular friend group where y'all drinking, smoking, doing whatever, getting high every night, getting drunk every day. Like, I don't care to do that. You can have fun without being attached to sin. I saw somebody post that and I was like, that is big, because people don't understand that.
Yeah.
They think the only way you can have fun or be cool or be famous or be popular is to be drinking, smoking, doing whatever. That's stuff you're not supposed to be involved in.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, once y'all realize that.
Yeah, fun for me is closing the deal.
Yeah,
getting $1 million.
For real.
I haven't got $1 million.
Paid. When is
I
payday?
haven't got $1 million, but getting money is that's fun to me. It's not vaping. It's not smoking. It's not having sex. It's not. Nah.
Yeah.
You know, it's just.
It's like I don't got a desire to. For what?
Nah, man. I mean, no. There's been times where I've been caught trying to, you know, get a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, and trying to seek, right. It happens to everybody. You know, at some point in their life. But you kind of just got to be content with who God made you to be. Right. And if you're not intended to be in a relationship at that moment in your life, don't force it, because it's not going to happen. I mean, as simple as that, you know? So that's probably my advice when it comes to, all my advice when it comes to relationships, man. Like, don't put yourself in a position where you have to lower your level, even for friends, especially for friends, because it's not going to work out for you, number one.
Right.
And number two, it's going to give you a headache. You're gonna have to always explain yourself, because people are not gonna understand you. Mike, why did you not come drink with us last night? Mike, hey, why did you not have fun? Why you look like you was stone faced the whole time?
Yeah.
Like seriously, I get those questions all the time when I'm hanging out, man. And it's like, well, I mean, it's just because I have a vision. It's like, man, what you talking about? You were 16 years old. Have fun, man. You in high school.
Exactly.
Now, yes, I'm in high school, but I'm also trying to get a bag.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
And the crazy thing is, like, once you start doing what you want to do now, you can party and enjoy life like once you actually turn 21.
Where I'm at, man.
Because most of the stuff y'all be doing, y'all not supposed to be doing till you
grown.
It's
illegal.
Let's talk about it. Cause yeah.
Yeah, man. It's illegal. Stop playing.
Yeah, and then it's like once you find your peace, once you find your group, you really can enjoy, you know, being in high school, being a teenager, because y'all enjoy the same things. Y'all enjoy getting money together. Y'all enjoy praying together. So
yeah, and then you find some people with Bible verses in their bio who have a picture of them vaping in their Instagram. Like,
yeah,
how does that even correlate to?
It don't match up.
So like, yeah, man. And first and foremost, you gotta get your like religious life right with God.
Right.
Man. You gotta get your life right. You know, with Him. And it starts with Him. And then get your money right. Right.
Yeah.
You know, God comes first. Money's gonna come later, I guess.
And you know what I don't understand? People would say, you know, oh, I have a relationship with God, or oh, I don't understand why it's imperative to have a relationship with God. But it's like we have a relationship with our moms, our dads, and if God's supposed to be our father, we talk to our dads every day or almost every day, you know, because
moms or parents.
And so uncles, it's like if we want to have a valid relationship with God, we have to nurture that relationship. Mm-hmm. We have to pray every day. We have to read every day. You know, like just little things like that goes a long way. Listening to gospel music even. So I don't know, like people who say they don't understand why, I just be like, you know, whatever.
Yeah, but I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of have. I don't pray every day.
Yeah.
And I should, but I don't pray in the traditional. Dear God.
Right.
Pray. No, I'm just like I'm sitting in my room on my gaming chair. And I'm like, man, like God, like, can you believe what He said? Like,
yeah.
Seriously,
that's real.
You know, and you know, obviously, make sure you try not curse, but
yeah,
you know, be real, man. Like, say what you feeling. You know, God is basically He's your friend, man. You know, He's your God, but He's your father, but He's your friend. You know?
Right. So and He knows our intentions, so
yeah, He already knows.
We don't gotta like front around Him or act a certain way
because He already knows. Like
exactly, yeah. He knew before we knew.
Yeah,
so
man, you acting tough, but you a puppy dog inside, bro. Like,
yeah.
What you doing? But yeah, yeah. But I have a question for you.
Okay.
Because you asked this on the last episode. 5 things. I forget. It's five things that you look for in a guy. Because I feel like I forget, but you said something.
So yeah, I would say number 1, they have to believe in the same God I believe in.
Yeah.
Because that is really important to me. Like I would honestly enjoy going to church with somebody, even if that sounds like ironic, but that's just what I prefer. Number 2, they have to not so much smell good, but like not smell bad. I don't know. I think smell is one of the bigger things for me. I don't know why. Don't ask why. But yeah. And then number 3, height. I know I'm kind of short. If y'all know me, I'm kind of short. But you gotta be taller than me. Man. And it's crazy because my standards might be a little bit high. But if you're like 6 foot and up, then that's good.
6 foot and up. Oh,
number
so
yeah.
Nobody's 5'11", huh? Nobody's
no.
5'11"? Dang, that's crazy. Now you
and people be like,
oh, Kazuri, bro. You buying shoes, Kazuri shoes.
People will be like, oh, you're only 5'2", like you're asking for a lot. I'm like, no, that's just what I prefer.
Yeah, I feel you.
Number 4, you gotta have shoe game. You have to have.
Stop playing with me, man.
Yeah, you gotta have shoe game because I'm a big sneakerhead, and I'm not like super materialistic, but that's what I like. I love shoes, and so if you're not a sneakerhead, like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We ain't gonna get nowhere.
Yeah. I feel you. Yeah, shoe game. Come on, guys, step it up.
No, for real.
Walking in with dirty Adidas, freaking whatever.
Yeah, like beat up Air Ones. Bro. That's a no for me. We can't.
Man, you gotta clean those Johns, bro.
Yeah, we can't.
What's 5 though?
Number 5, I would say. I don't know. I feel like I named like the must-haves.
Well, then you don't need
okay, so I would say number 5, you gotta be respectful. You gotta have manners. because, you know, I like to bring who I talk to around. So if you don't have manners, then I can't bring you around. Or like we can't be seen together for real.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's one of the must-haves I gotta have. So yeah. What about you?
You know, you act like I actually have experience in this.
But you don't have, you know, that's just something you prefer.
Yeah, I feel you. Number one, I'd say obviously love God, but also love others.
Okay.
You know, it's very important that you love God, but it's also important that you know how to love people, you know, and be compassionate and empathetic. You know, like that's number one. Number two, you gotta have at least some direction in your life.
Okay.
You know, you don't have to know what you want to do,
but at least an idea.
But at least have something, like at least be willing to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't have a plan, man, shoot, it's all good. I'm gonna help you through it. But have at least be willing to talk about it, and not be like, man, I'm in high school, bro. I don't care. Like, I'm trying to drink tonight. Like, what you, you know, I'm not, you know. Number three, reciprocate the energy that you bring. It's a big one.
I like that one.
You know, because there's a lot of times where sometimes I might be texting a girl and just be like, hey, how you doing? Like, what you did tonight? Like, you chilling, whatever. And they be like, yeah, fine.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, well, you're blocked. Unfriended, whatever.
I should have thought that. That's a good one.
Yeah, like, man, I'm not that type of guy where you're gonna just be dry to me.
Yeah.
X, nah. So, number 4, right?
4, yeah, 4.
Number 4. I'd say be willing to, kind of like number 2, be willing to aid your partner through through your life, like your goals, I guess. Okay. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a year or 6 months, 3 months, whatever, but as long as you make him a better person or make them a better person each day, at least 1% better, you know.
I like that. Iron sharpens iron.
Challenge each other, man.
Yeah.
You know? Can't just be like iron and bronze or iron and whatever. Like, no, it has to be iron and iron.
I like that one.
Go together, you know. So that's number 4. Number 5, man, I feel like you.
Yeah, like you named them all almost.
But like there's something else though. I would say presentable.
Right.
You know, presentable. You don't have to be a 10.
Yeah.
Any of that, you know. But I'd say, you know, make sure you got your hair done, make sure you got your nails done. You know, and I just try to be natural. You know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, try to, you know, not make anything artificial. You know, try not to wear a wig. Try not to have implant. Like, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I'd also say, please don't be vaping and drinking and stuff. That's
right. And then again, like, that's just a personal preference. I know some people be like, oh, you're judging or you're doing too much.
Nah, man.
These are just personal preferences. Right. Like,
nah.
Y'all ask for what y'all ask for, and we ask for what we ask for. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like, all right, well, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I had. I like tall girls too. Sometimes, like,
okay.
I mean, it's like a mix, you know, because I'm like 6'6", so it's like I kind of gotta at least have somebody that's like at least 5'2", 5'6", 5, like something. And like, maybe even 6'3".
Okay.
Like, seriously, like a volleyball player or something, man. Like, I don't know. But like, you know, somebody have to look like this.
Or maybe you're just very tall.
I might just be very tall.
Yeah, I think you're just very tall because not everybody can say that they're 6'6". So.
Okay,
I mean,
so I could say, all right, it's like 5 foot and above.
Yeah, because 6'6" is tall.
I mean that, yeah.
So
in basketball,
you gotta bear with most females, because that way you might be asking for a lot.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, 5 foot and above. That's like, yeah.
That sounds reasonable.
I mean, that's like that should be reasonable. It's like 11 inches, like, yeah. So 16. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But no, that's a good list.
Yeah, we both got solid lists, man. That's good.
Right. Really I do thank you for coming, because I really appreciate
it. I mean, yeah, I appreciate the invite. You know, last thing I'd say, you know, kind of talked about this earlier. Don't change who you are, man. Do not change who you are for nobody.
All.
There's a lot of pressure out there right now, especially with Riz and you got to Riz this guy or Riz this girl up, like, or vaping or drinking or any of that type of stuff. Don't fall into temptation, man. Stay focused, stay clear-headed, have tunnel vision.
Yes, for sure.
And if you don't, make sure you have somebody that's a good enough influence to give you that, help you with it.
That's
love it. Final spiel.
I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2. Honestly, if y'all have not watched the first episode, then y'all should not be here right now, because what are you doing?
Yeah, go watch.
But go watch the first episode. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you are looking to be a part of the podcast, honestly, comment, hit me up, let me know, and we can make it happen. But yeah, see y'all in the next one. Peace.